Legends of the Hidden Temple. With your guide, Kirk Hogg. And here he is now.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you. Thank you, Olmec. Welcome to Legends of the Hidden Temple. The rooms are filled with lost treasures that are protected by mysterious Mayan temple guards. Only Olmec knows the legend behind each of the treasures in this temple. Which one are we going to hear about today?
The legend of the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy.
Horseshoe of Butch Cassidy. Well, the legend is set, and one of these 6 teams will have a chance to retrieve the horseshoe. Will it be the Red Jaguars? The Blue Barracudas? The Green Monkeys? The Orange Iguanas? Or the Purple Parrots? Or the Silver Snakes? They're going to have to pass some pretty tough physical and mental tests, and in the end, only one team will have the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, they have to cross the moat, and Olmec will tell us how they'll have to do it today.
Before you are 3 ropes, one which goes straight across the moat, and 2 which crisscross in the center. When Kirk gives the signal, cross the moat by holding the top rope and walking across the bottom one. When the ropes crisscross, switch your feet to the other rope and continue across. Once you're safely on the deck, tag the spotter. That'll be your partner's signal to cross exactly as you did. As soon as the second teammate has crossed, both of you run over and hit the gong. The first 4 teams to hit their gongs will go on to the next round.
All right, let's get started. Are you ready, teams? Are you ready, Olmec?
Let's rock.
All right, on your mark. Get set. Go! Oh, they gotta start off slow, get their feet, and then make that crisscross. It's the Orange Iguanas starting off fun, starting off fast. Here come the Blue Barracudas and the Purple Parrots. Blue Barracudas caught in the middle, trying to make that cross. Here comes the Purple Parrots, the Blue Barracudas, and also we're looking like the Silver Snakes coming across next. It's the Purple Parrots trying to hang on. Whoa, almost fell off. Oh, he did fall off. He's got to get his feet back up to pull himself across. We need 4 teams out of 6. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be the Purple Parrots? Yes, they're across first. Here come the Green Monkeys. Let's go here. That's it. We've got our 4 teams right here. Let's go check it out. Nice job. Your partner came across in blazing speed. The Orange Iguanas are going to be going onto the steps of knowledge along with the Green Monkeys, the Purple Parrots, and the Red Jaguars. The Silver Snakes and the Blue Barracudas came up a little short, but they're not going to go away empty-handed. We got a great gift for them, and here's what it is.
Congratulations, and get ready for wet and wild fun with the Powerfully Wet Super Soaker XP 150, one of the next generation of Super Soakers.
As we continue our quest, it's now time for Olmec to tell us about the legend of the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy. But pay attention, guys, because your knowledge of the legend can bring you a step closer to Olmec's temple.
The wiliest gentlemen outlaws in the Old West were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Together with the Hole-in-the-Wall gang, they robbed trains, banks, and stages without ever killing anyone. They planned their robberies carefully and always had fresh horses concealed along their escape route so they could elude any posse that chased them. They were also especially polite to ladies. Legend has it that one day Butch was robbing a train and a beautiful young woman recognized him.
You're Butch Cassidy, aren't you?
He blushed and lowered the bandana which hid his face.
The one and only.
Can I have your autograph?
Can't write, but I do have a calling card.
And he handed her a silver horseshoe engraved with his initials. She treasured that horseshoe all her life, but it disappeared. Your quest is to find the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy and bring it back here.
All right, Olmec, where is the silver horseshoe?
The silver horseshoe can be found in the viper's nest.
All right, teams, you're now standing on the steps of knowledge. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, stomp down on the ancient marking in front of you. If you're right, you're going to move down to the next level. But if you're wrong, I'm going to give the other teams a chance to answer. The first 2 teams to make it to the bottom level will be 1 step closer to Olmec's temple. Olmec, your first question, please.
Which of these men was Butch Cassidy's partner in crime? Billy the Kid, the Sundance Kid,
Orange
or...
Iguanas.
Sundance Kid.
That is correct.
Nice job. Step down, Orange Iguanas. Next question.
Which of these was the name of Butch and Sundance's gang?
Orange Iguanas.
The Hole in the Wall gang.
That is correct.
Nice job. Suddenly, the Orange Iguanas are only one step away from the Temple Games. We need 2 teams. Next question.
Which of these is the term for the group deputized to track down outlaws?
Orange Iguanas. Say that again.
That is correct.
All right, we've got our first team going to the Temple Game. It's the Orange Iguanas. Blazing. Next question.
Which of these men was another famous outlaw? Jesse James, Roy Bean, or Wyatt Earp?
Purple Parrots.
Jesse James?
That is correct.
Nice job. Purple Parrots are on the board. Next question.
Were cemeteries located at the edge of town in the Old West often called Heartbreak Ridge, Murderer's Row, or Boot Hill?
Red Jaguars.
Boot Hill?
That is correct.
Red Jaguars are on the board. Green Monkeys can still catch up. Let's continue.
Which of these was the location of a famous gunfight in the Old West? The Fort Worth Stockyards, the OK Corral, or the All Right Ranch?
Purple Parrots.
Okay, Corral?
That is correct.
There you go. Step down, Purple Parrots. You're just one step away from the Temple Games. You'll be joining the Orange Iguanas if you can make it. Next question.
Which of these men was in the gunfight at the OK Corral? Pecos Bill, Butch Cassidy, or Doc Holliday?
Green Monkeys.
Doc Holliday?
That is correct.
There he goes. Green Monkeys coming back. Next question.
Which of these towns was the location of the OK Corral? Tombstone, Headstone, or Stone Mountain?
Purple Parrots.
Tombstone?
That is correct.
There you go. Step down. These 2 teams will be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple. Good job, Purple Parrots and the Orange Iguanas. Nice job. Come on up here. Great match. Come on down here, guys. You're not going to go empty-handed. We got a great gift for you. You played a great game. Here's what it is.
From Eastpak. Bags for school, play, travel, and beyond. Every Eastpak backpack comes with a lifetime guarantee only from Eastpak, America's best-known backpack.
These teams are fired up, and they'll be playing for the right to enter Olmec's Temple right after this. Come on, yeah. Welcome back to Legends. Now, of course, the glory goes to the fastest and the strongest. But before we get started, I want to find out about our team members here. On the Orange Iguanas, we have Paula. It says here that you play the violin.
That's correct. I've been playing for like 5 years now.
You've been playing violin for 5 years?
Yeah, that's.
Are you in a band, or what are you playing?
I'm in my school orchestra, and like this year I made all-county orchestra, and I'm preparing to go on to try out for all-state orchestra.
Whoa, an all-state violinist on the Orange Iguanas. And how about Matt? It says here that you long-distance run?
Yes, I've been running since 3rd grade.
You've been long-distance running since 3rd grade?
Yes.
How far do you go?
I started out about a mile and a quarter, and then I moved up 1.5 miles, and now I'm at 2 miles and 2.5 miles.
Looks like we've got a runner here on the Orange Iguanas. Let's hear it for the Orange Iguanas. Then again, we got the Purple Parrots right here, and we have Wendy. Wendy, how old are you?
12.
Now, Wendy, you're into painting and crafts, aren't you?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I like to paint, and I just like to doodle-dawdle around with my paints. And,
What have you painted?
in 3rd grade, I painted a nice toucan, and which got into a museum.
Wait, you got a painting put into a museum?
Yes.
Which one?
The Orlando Art Museum.
All right, nice job. And Terry, tell me about this wave that I heard you took.
Oh, yes. I was boogie boarding one day in Hawaii, and I slipped off my boogie board, and I got pulled under by a 4-foot wave.
4-foot wave. We've got some surfers on the Purple Parrots. Let's hear it. All right. Why don't the people getting ready for the second game go ahead and get ready, and you can climb up here and get ready for the first game. Now, in the Temple Games, teams are competing to win pendants of life. The winning team is going to need those pendants to protect themselves from those dreaded temple guards as they make their way through the temple. Now, there are 3 Temple Games, and Olmec will tell us about the first one. Olmec?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid robbed their way all across the West, while at the same time avoiding the law. When Kirk gives the signal, crawl to the first block and grab a bag of gold. Then, come back to your starting block and drop the gold in your basket and go on to the next block. As you move back and forth, you must avoid the swinging obstacles. If you're hit, you must return to the first position and start the trip again. The first player to get all their gold bags back to their basket, or the player that's furthest along in 60 seconds, wins.
Oh, sounds tricky, Olmec. They've got to watch out for the obstacles while they're grabbing dough. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. And let's start swinging the obstacles. On your mark, get set, go! It's tricky. They just got to start off slow so they can get the rhythm. Orange Iguana's out in front first. And here come the Purple Parrots. I'm sure they know they've got to take the lead. There's plenty of time to grab the dough. So it's a matter of how well you're going to dive and miss it. It's all tied up. This is a great game. 36 seconds left. Slow and easy. Who's going to be the first one to get hit? Oh, it's the Orange Iguanas. Purple Parrots had their dough. Oh, but they got hit. 25 seconds. It's even again. Orange Iguanas trying to pick their moment. Here come the Purple Parrots scampering out, both of them. It's neck and neck. Oh, one of the dough got knocked off. There he goes. He's got it. She's coming back. Orange Iguanas have to come back. Can the Purple Parrots make it back and put it in time? Can they do it? Yeah, time's up. Come on down here. Come on over here. Great job, guys. Nice maneuvering. Let's check out the Orange Iguanas. They had 1, 2 bags of cash. The Purple Parrots, 1, 2, 3 bags of cash. The Purple Parrots get the half pennant of life. Nice dive at the very last second. Good job. Orange Iguanas, you can catch up in this next game. It's worth a half pennant of life. Olmec, tell us about game number 2.
For Butch and Sundance, a successful robbery might gain them a lot of gold. Up on the boards next to you, we've laid out a ton of gold, ripe for the picking. When Kirk gives the signal, run around to the gold, jump up and grab a piece. Then stash your loot in the bucket on the other side. The player to stash the most pieces of gold away in their buckets at the end of 60 seconds wins.
All right, our players are ready to stash some gold, so let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go! There they go. This is a double challenge. Not only do you have to get the momentum up, grab gold, you got to come back to the bucket and make it inside. Who can do it first? Who can get that rhythm? That's one apiece. Oh, she grabbed it. She's got a good one. And the Orange Iguanas. Now she's getting a rhythm. She missed hers. But the Orange Iguanas have now moved ahead. Oh, Orange Iguanas missed. Gives a chance to the Purple Parrots to catch up here. Oh, Purple Parrots can't make it in the bucket. Orange Iguanas. Here comes the Purple Parrots. See what they can get. I think it's going to be a close match. This is for a half pendant. Orange Iguanas knocking gold over. Purple Parrots doing a good job grabbing it, but they have to make it in the bucket. It's going to come the last few seconds. All right, let's stop the spin. Let's stop them. And let's go and check it out and see what happens. Orange Iguanas had 1, 2 pieces of gold. Purple Parrots, 1, 2 pieces, 3 pieces of gold. The Purple Parrots get another half pennant of life. The Purple Parrots are blazing. Good job. Orange Iguanas, you had trouble getting it inside the bucket there, but this next game is worth a full pendant, and they can catch up here. So let's check it out after Olmec tells us about it. Olmec?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids stowed fresh getaway horses along their escape route so they could outrun a posse, and folks say they could jump from horse to horse without even stopping. Fortunately, your task is only to stay on one horse as long as possible. When Kirk gives the signal, the horse will begin to spin. The team with the most players on the horse after 60 seconds wins.
All right. This is the third and final game. The Orange Iguanas need this to stay alive. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock. On your mark, get set, go. It's a tall horse. These are the biggest horses I've ever seen. Who's going to stay on longest? They have 60 seconds. It's an endurance test. Purple Parrot's having a little trouble. Orange Iguana's doing good because they know they got to stay alive. If one person falls, they leave it in the hands of the other. They're doing a great job. Oh, Purple Parrots fell. That leaves one Purple Parrot, giving the Orange Iguanas an opening. Oh my, this is tough. It's all resting on that Purple Parrot. It's all resting on Wendy. Can Wendy hold on? But will the Orange Iguanas fall? Still got 19 seconds. Orange Iguanas are stuck on there like glue. There's just a little bit of time left. Will the Orange Iguanas falter? Will they be able to hold on? Just a few seconds left. Oh, that's it. Time's up. Let's go check it out. Purple Parrot, come on down. Go ahead, just let it on down. What a match. Orange Iguanas, unbelievable job. Both of them stayed on. They get the full pendant of life. That gives them one pendant. That gives the Purple Parrots a pendant. We have a tie. Bring in the tiebreaker pedestal. All right, here's your tiebreaker rules. In a minute, Olmec will ask you a question. If you think you know the answer, hit the gong in front of you. You'll have 3 seconds to answer, and we must accept your first response. If you're right, you and your partner are going into the temple in search of the horseshoe. But if you're wrong or you run out of time, I'm going to give the other teams a chance. All clear? Olmec, we're now ready for your final question.
Which of these was a fast and famous mail service of the Old West?
Orange Iguana.
Pony Express.
Pony's Express.
That is correct.
Orange Iguanas. Nice job, Orange Iguanas. Got the answer right. They're going to go into the temple. Good job, Orange Iguanas. Purple Parrots, come on over here. Man, what a match. God, it came down to the last second. I thought you had it, but you're not going to go empty-handed. We got a great gift for you. Here's what it is.
It's a $50 savings bond from Nestle. Hey kids, here's an easy act to follow. Turn an ordinary glass of milk into a thick chocolatey treat and create a disappearing act of your own. Nestle Quick. It's magic in the making.
Paula, unbelievable job. You and your partner are going into the temple in search of the silver horseshoe right after this. Welcome back to Legends. I call them the comeback kids. They came back in the moat, they came back in the temple games, and they have proven themselves worthy and now have earned the right to enter Olmec's temple. But first, I want Olmec to give them some information to help retrieve the silver horseshoe of Butch Cassidy.
You could start by climbing through the ledges and climbing down into the pit of despair. Crawl through the pit, then race into the throne room. Sit on the throne of the pretender, and you could choose to go up into the heart room or into the treacherous swamp. If you escape, you might have a chance to enter the dark forest. Reach into the hole and find the key, or plow through the wall and into the mine shaft. Ride the elevator up into the viper's nest and pull the snakes from the jars to open the door to the shrine of the silver monkey. Assemble the statue, and you may be headed for the king's storeroom. Smash the clay pots and find the key, which will allow you to enter the observatory. Put together the puzzle on the stone column and jump back into the pit. Then, pass through the crypt, race down the stairs, and back through the temple gate. The choices are yours, and yours alone. You won one pendant in the temple games. Who's going first?
I am!
Very well. Paula, when Kirk gives the signal, you'll race through the temple gates into the temple and make your way towards the silver horseshoe. Hidden inside the temple are temple guards assigned to protect 3 specific rooms. You can trade your pendant for an extra life and go on, but if you're caught without a pendant, you'll be taken out of the temple, and it'll be Matt's turn to enter and try his luck. If you reach the silver horseshoe, all the doors of the temple will instantly unlock and the temple guards will vanish. Return through the gates with the silver horseshoe in 3 minutes, and you will both be handsomely rewarded. And here's how.
First, you get a portable CD player. Pure compact disc sound in a slim Magnavox portable CD player featuring shuffle play, 20-track programming, and dynamic bass boost. Stereo headphones included. Smart, very smart, from Magnavox. Grab the silver horseshoe within 3 minutes, and you'll also receive, from Regent Sportswear, everything you need for outdoor fun. If it's volleyball, badminton, soccer, basketball, or baseball, Regent is the name in games. If you can bring the silver horseshoe out of the temple before 3 minutes is up, you'll also be going to space camp. You'll float like an astronaut and perform a shuttle mission during your action-packed week at Space Camp in Huntsville, Alabama, or Florida's Space Coast from U.S. Space Camp.
All right, they already got the CD player. Let's see if they can pick up the rest of the loot. Let's put 3 minutes on the clock. Olmec, lower the gates. They have one pendant. On your mark. Get set. Go! Up into the temple. She's heading quick. They are the comeback kids. I have a lot of confidence in them. Through the ledges. I like that slide. Across. Where's she heading? She's heading across one of the crawl tubes into the pit. Into the pit where she's going to have to choose which room. Which one is she going to go to? The throne. No, she's heading into the heart room. From the heart room, she has a couple of choices. She can either go north into the observatory, head down into the throne. Which way is she going to choose? Which way is going to let her choose? Which door is going to be open? It's going to take her down into the throne. She still has 2 minutes, 14 seconds. This team is tenacious. Matt and Paula work well together, and they may have to work well together here. With only one pendant, how far can she get? Into the dark forest. That's where she's heading. Where the spirit of the temple guard may reside. Will there be one? Oh, combat temple guard. She'll have to give up a pendant, but she can go on. She's got to find, oh, she's going to break through the wall. She's heading into the well. From the well, she's got one room. She's just one room away from the silver horseshoe. She's still got 1 minute 33 seconds. Will she make it? She's got to grab the silver horseshoe. She's got it. All the doors are open. Now it's a matter of a foot race. Will she make it back? Matt's waiting for her. He's not even going to have to go in. It's just a matter if she can get through. She's going to have to make it through the pit. The pit's where you lose a little time. Oh, nice dive into the pit. 1 minute 6. In through a crawl tube. She's going to have to go up the ledges. From the ledges, she's going to have to go up one of the side slide into the temple. She's got to come through the gate. She did it. She made it through the gate. There she goes. She got it. She did it all. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Come on here. These are the comeback kids. I called it. They raced across the moat. He raced across the moat. She held on to the horse. She told me earlier that she loves horses, and that's why she held on to the horse. She's got it all. She got the CD player. She got the sports package. They got the sports package. They go to space camp. We've got to get out of here. Join us again next time for another great legend of the Hidden Temple. Bye-bye.